This is my face when I think I scored the winning 2 points of the match. This is my face when I realized that I made a huge mistake. But before we get here, let me give you some backstory. I decided to enter a Newbreed tournament. It's worth noting that I have never lost a match at Newbreed, and I certainly did not plan to end that streak today. After getting settled in with the team, we'll head over to Mat D for the first round of the tournament.
Alright, so we got about 20 minutes till we go on. Feeling a little bit better, I got my music. I'm always like super nervous right before I hit on the mat, and then once I get on there and touch them, we're good.
In the first round, I'll be fighting an opponent named Dallas. I try an arm drag single leg, but I end up just pulling guard. As he wraps up on my ankle, I use that as an opportunity to come up and start dropping the shoulder of justice down onto his chin. By using this butterfly grip and shoulder pressure to make Dallas look to the opposite direction, it makes it hard for him to face me, allowing me to knee slice to his right with minimal resistance. He manages to escape side control, but I do some sick leg pummeling and knee slicing action and passes guard for the second time. Now I'm just racking up points, but Gabriel lets me know that time is running out and I need to finish this fast. I'll let Dallas roll me into close guard, and the ZR guys know exactly what comes next. Dallas tries to pry me off of him, and in the crossfire, I get kicked in the face a few times, but he leaves his arm open, so I swing my leg over and collect the armbar.
So, once I got into close guard, it was, we all knew what was gonna happen. Confident, happy, let's go round 2.
Before we start our second round, one of my other good friends is competing as well. This is Owen, and it's his first tournament as a white belt. All I can say is, like father, like son. So after defeating my first round opponent and watching Owen win his first ever match, I'm super pumped and excited for round 2. However, as we were coming down from the bleachers, we met an unfamiliar face. Everyone, meet Caleb, my second round opponent. From the moment I met him, I could tell that round 2 is gonna be on a whole different level than what happened in round 1. And I could not have been more right. Okay, so here we go into round 2 of Newbreed. Caleb initiates with a few snapdown attempts. Based off his movement, I can tell he's a seasoned wrestler, so I try to hit him with a guard pull and a reverse de la Hiva, but he keeps his hips back and avoids the attack. As we re-engage, I'll grab a 2-on-1 wrist grip and begin to hook his feet to off-balance him. As he tries to maintain his balance, I see an opening to wrestle up and score 2 points. Now in a headquarters position, I look to knee slice. However, because I failed to pin his back to the mat, he's able to turn into me. I drop into close guard to try and capitalize on the scramble. I want to keep the pace high in this match, so I look to invert into a K-guard attack. Caleb drives into me and I almost catch him with back exposure, but he manages to kick out of my guard. He then grabs both my ankles and throws me onto my head. I want to keep my feet in front of me to protect the inside position and create an obstacle to stop him from passing. I'll almost catch him with another K-guard attack, but he manages to come back up before me and nearly scores a pass. As I attack K-guard for the 3rd time, he creates a devastating opening, and this is where things take a turn for the worst. Caleb wraps up an anaconda grip and plunges to his right hip. I immediately try to throw my arm outside of his elbow to try and stop the choke, but it's too tight and I'm slowly fading out. The choke is on and the clock is ticking. If he were to latch onto my legs, it would 100% be game over. To prevent that, I'm using my right arm to block his hips from coming up. I'm literally wheezing at this point and my eyes start to drift off. I'll go for one last bridging attempt and... by a miracle, I get back up to my knees and strip the anaconda grip. As relieved as I am, I have to stay focused and get myself back into the game. I'll frame inside and recover to half guard, before then transitioning to de la Hiva to trip Caleb. From here I make a choice, methodically come on top or flying triangle. If you know me, then you know exactly what happened. While I did manage to lock onto a triangle, Caleb displays phenomenal defense and manages to escape to an omoplata and then transitions back into a front headlock. After dealing with guillotine specialists and front head players at both ZR and TFTC, I'd like to say my front head choke defense is pretty good. However, I then make a game-changing mistake. I decide to stand up and try to out-wrestle a wrestler, and well, you'll see. I'll avoid the first snapdown, but as we lock up, he catches me standing straight and plows through me with a blast double. I try to scramble out of the takedown, but he played it perfectly and settled his weight to land him 2 points and even the score of the match. I try to throw up a triangle after we reset to the middle, but he prevents it by framing on my shin. As I go to omoplata, he shifts his weight over me and locks onto a Kimura. I turtle to prevent him from ripping my arm off and move into a single leg. He manages to off-balance me and rolls me over into a crucifix position. I'll free my right arm and come up, but he counters with a tight armbar. My goal from here is to keep his knees from pinching and extract my arm carefully. I'll then jump onto a knee on belly and score 2 points to win the match. Or so I thought. So unfortunately, I did not hold the position long enough to score. On top of that, I also scored no points for the sweep that I thought I had gotten when Caleb and I reversed the position. During the end of the match, I thought I had at least won off of one of the above, but after reviewing the footage, I can say the ref made the right call. Even if I had won on points, Caleb's aggression and near finishes won him the match in my eyes. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Now, this video took quite a while to make, so if you guys could hit that like button and show some love to Caleb and I in the comments below, that would be greatly appreciated. But subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next week where we take on the middleweight gi division at Newbreed.